Reanimators are the type of empire that I don't play very often because I don't really like the concept of zombies being returned. However, that does not mean that I am kind of partial to Hiveminds using Cordyceps to take over other bodies. Yes, we're talking about parasitic Hiveminds this time around that can create zombies out of anything in space. And it's a really cool little addition that will be coming in the 3.6 update. It's a new Civic. It's called Cordyceptic Drones. Now, Cordyceptic Drones is rather interesting because it does a couple of things. First of all, you can start the game with 3 reanimated amoebas. So standard small amoebas, they will give you a couple hundred of fleet power. But that's not only it. For every single time that you kill an organic piece of space fauna, they will automatically be reanimated. But you can also, of course, defeat organic leviathans and they can be resurrected. Plus, space fauna will get additional weapon damage, and yeah, that's kind of the stuff that I'm looking for here. No space magic, so to speak, but parasitism, which is also where this picture comes in. I took this portrait pack because, well, it does feel a little bit like the most parasitic one within the game. The Cordyceps has been spreading quite a lot, and this is the host, not the actual Hivemind. Let's take a quick look here on what we can do here with these new Cordyceps drones and what they can do. So, as we load in, I've also gotten ourselves a secondary Civic. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Basically, what happens here is that at the start of the game, we will get ourselves a bunch of these amoeba. We kind of already talked about this and see what they can do. So they're floating around already. They're pretty decent, but we cannot actually see what kind of weapon systems they have because apparently we can't do that. But we can apply a admiral to them, so I'm guessing they're just going to be riding on the back of these amoeba before they get bigger. So why would you even want to play with this type of empire? Well, the role-playing potential is actually kind of strong. If you're playing as a Hivemind with the Necrophage as well as the Cordyceps, then basically what happens here is it's basically a middle step towards your elevation, because that's essentially what this is. Plus, you can also run with elevational contemplations, but we'll get into that shortly. Regardless, with Necrophage, you will be able to spawn around with a couple of worlds and still have quite a lot of fun with that. But the real kicker is if you manage to capture one of these systems and build a starbase in there, plus a Cordyceptic reanimation facility, which basically will give you a reanimated fleet every 5 years when built in systems swarming with biological life, which basically adds another layer to the game, because you can get Chijon Ort or Elmar Oveo, or you can get yourselves to Jana Vek. Now, why would you want to go after these systems? Well, allow me to illustrate how strong these fleets are. So, to Jana Vek just spawned me a 5k fleet. 10 years into the game, if you have 3 of these systems, then this is going to get pretty crazy if you roll your game really easily, really well. Plus, if you're going to go ahead and say, hey, we're gonna go and kill some of these space fauna that are floating around, then stuff is gonna get out of control real quickly. Let's take a look whether or not we can attack these guys at the moment, which is really unfortunate. But let's say that you are in the galactic community and you can get a bounty on every single alien that you can find. Yeah, then stuff can get out of control really quickly. It just spawned another 5.1k fleet for me. Can I merge them? Sadly not. But basically now at the start of the game, I've got 10k fleet power within essentially 13 years. So if you have a great draw, you can get some very, very insane fleets really, really quickly. And the best part of it is that, sure, it has an upkeep of some food. Oh my god, do I have a food upkeep of 147? You're going to need to do a lot of food upkeep to keep this ball rolling, or just scuttle fleets all the time and throwing them into the swing of things. Otherwise, it's going to be problematic. Oh my god, this is so powerful. I love it. Yeah, Cordyceptic drones. Very powerful. I do like it. In addition to that, Hiveminds will also be getting elevational contemplations, where basically planetary ascension perks will be increased, at least their effect, by 25%, while their cost was reduced by 10. Basically what that means is if you go to one of your planets and you elevate them, they just become a whole lot more powerful. Yeah, that's actually really cool. I do really like that idea. And yeah, I still can't get over the fact how overpowered this new Civic is. It's just so stupid. 5.1k per fleet. Can you imagine if you just spawn right next to John Avec and you just crank out a fleet and it's like, hey neighbors, yeah, you're all going to be part of my hive now, as part of the necrophage. That is some good stuff. That is some good stuff indeed. Of course, you can use all your ships to kill off some of the larger space fauna as well. They come with their own skins. So if you want to get yourself a void worm or a void spawn or a space dragon, a sea dragon, or a variety of other things, yeah, you can do that. And they'll now be able to bring them back with brand new skins that look hella sexy. What do you think? This is pretty powerful. This is pretty crazy. I do like this. I do like this a lot. Let me know what you think in the comments below too. Let's make a gamble, shall we? How long until this gets nerfed into the ground when 3.6 lands? I'm gonna give it 2 to 3 weeks. Let's take it probably faster than that. But I want to see what you have gotten in mind with that one. Thank you so much for watching, and this has been the Cordyceps drones. Next time, so we're going to be talking about the joys that is reusing biomatter for robots. Yeah, that is a thing. If you're also wanting to watch another video, feel to check out this one over here. It's about the rarest events in the game. It's pretty cool, and it may get you ready for something else that will be coming up soon as well. Who knows? Until next time, take good care of yourselves, and as always, each other.